Hey everybody, welcome back. This is our third and final video of our Horseback Riding 101. I've got my husband here who is learning how to ride horses. In our 17 years of marriage, he has only ridden a horse once.
One time.
I don't know why I haven't forced him into this more, but it's actually, it's good for him. Force. Because, listen, the boy wins everything he plays. Every sport, should have played for the NBA. I'm not even kidding. Every board game we play.
For the NBA, really?
Yeah. What, did I say something wrong?
You should be in the NBA, not for them. The NBA.
For them, they need you.
Yeah, right.
They're like, come play
right.
for us.
Right.
Man, making me feel stupid. Listen, he wins every board game. It's obnoxious. All of his friends know what I'm talking about. So today is my day to shine, and this man is going to be humbled because horseback riding looks easy, but it is not, especially when it comes to balance.
I about fell off earlier.
Yeah, and all of you, oh, look how cute they are. Jojo, look. Brother and sister going for a ride. Good old Twinkle. Your idea.
Okay, let's go.
Now,
What's today?
Today we're going to learn how to communicate with your horse using the reins.
Okay.
So the reins can be a little bit tricky because every horse is trained a little bit differently. They all have different temperaments and personalities, and sometimes they can be in a mood, but generally speaking, what I see happen the first time people get on a horse is they hold the reins at the very, very end of them, and then they get scared and they hold them up to their chin trying to get the horse to stop. They're pulling those reins up in the air, or they're pulling back so that they look like they got a couple chicken wings back here. We're gonna learn the calm and confident way to get your horse to turn. I would love to demonstrate before we get started. Does that sound good?
Let's do it.
Now I've adjusted the stirrups for Scott, and they're too long for me. Don't you dare make fun of me.
Oh, I'm gonna.
So to start off with, you will hear me say something like get out of his mouth. This bit is a good bit. It is not a cruel bit, but it is a little bit strong, and it's connected to the nose band. So the action of me pulling back on what looks like a gun handle kind of, it puts pressure on the nose band, and that is also communicating with him. It is hard to sit here without stirrups. So one gentle pull back is enough to tell him to stop. I'm not going to stay in his mouth. Once he has stopped, I'm going to let go. And this is Western riding, so we don't need a lot of close contact, right? In dressage or hunter jumper or, you know, any kind of English riding, you're going to see really, really close contact way up here. This is Western riding, so we get to relax a little bit and be a little bit lazy. I'm going to put 3 fingers over. My pinky is going under, and I'm going to flip my reins forward with my thumb on top. This is also how you'll hold it in English. The reason I'm holding him like this as a Western horse is because most Western horses are trained to turn to the left and the right by neck reining. He was not trained that way because he pulled a buggy. He needed to be pulled left and right manually like an English style horse. So I'm going to hold my reins like this. The distance between your hands and their mouth needs to be loose enough to give him some rein, but then tight enough to be able to turn him when you want to turn him. Now, like I said earlier, I don't want to see any chicken wings. If your hands are way back here and you're pulling back like this, then that means you have way too much loose rein going in here. So we're going to tighten up. I'm going to slide my hand up and down when I need to. I've got a pinky under and a thumb under, and that's giving me the grip that I need to hold on to them even while I'm sliding up and down. So come close and watch this, Joelle. I got 3, sorry about my dirty fingernails. I've got 3 fingers on top, my pinky is under, and when I need to slide, one hand holds this knot, this one goes down. Now, I'm going to talk to you about this knot, and you're not going to make fun of me. Do you hear? I have split reins because I have split reins tied into a knot because my lesson students would drop them tomorrow. Yes, I could use rope reins, but I love leather reins. I love the feel of them. I'm going to tie them together because this makes it accessible for my students to feel successful and safe and not drop their reins. Bury me in the comments if you want to, but that's what we do, and there ain't nothing wrong with it. So I'm sliding up and down like this. Now, when I turn, I'm actually going to pull low, and I'm going to try to straighten my arm a little bit, and I'm going to use a flick of the wrist to turn him. So if you'll back up, Jojo, I'll demonstrate for you a little bit. It feels so weird not to have my feet in the stirrups. So I'm just going to gently pull him like this, and I'm going to go around this barrel right here. the goat stop?
No idea.
And then when I pull him to a stop, I'm not pulling back with my elbows at all. I'm employing my fingers with a pull like that. When he is stopped, I'll let go. If you continue to pull on your reins, your horse will back up. Shh. They are trained that this is what back up means. So sometimes if you're panicking and you want your horse to stop, you will accidentally stay in backup mode, and that makes everything panicky. So you cannot keep your hands pulled tight on his mouth. That means back up. So just like that, I'm gonna let Scott give it a whirl. Are you ready?
I guess.
Sitting up here in shorts is not comfortable. I can't find my stirrup. Help me.
Hey,
Hello.
what if he like takes off like he did when you got him?
So
That makes me nervous.
that's a great question. And even I didn't have reins when he did that. So the best thing you can do is just keep yourself calm and sit up really, really straight. Leaning over is probably the worst thing you can do. Sometimes when you lean forward, that can encourage the horse to go even faster. And then you can also lose your balance. So just remain calm. You're gonna take a deep breath, even though you're probably holding your breath. Gather your reins. The first thing you're gonna do is use a calm voice and say, whoa, walk. And then you'll pull back on the reins. Pulling back on the reins, sometimes when you're scared, you end up yanking it really hard. You just wanna pull gently, but enough to say, hey, I'm in charge. This is what we're doing. All right, you ready?
No.
Great job.
Yes, good job.
Wasn't how John Wayne did it.
Who's John Wayne?
He's one of the famous TV cowboy.
I feel like
I'm gonna put your.
Oh.
There you go. Hey, really great.
I was paying attention in class.
All right, stand up in both of your stirrups to kind of feel if you're actually sitting square. Good job. So now that he's stopped,
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
remember after he stops to go ahead and let his mouth go.
He's doing so good.
Hey, you look great. Roll your shoulders back just a little bit. There you go. Wait, y'all need to stop talking, Liza. All right, so do you see the outer edges of the grass that I cut? That's going to be like the inner circle, and then the rail is going to be the outer circle. So right now I want you to keep him on the rail in the outer circle. If he speeds up too much, just give him a little correction with the reins. Your hands look real good. You're comfortable. You're relaxed. They're the right length. What I want you to do now is just gently guide him to turn on the diagonal through the center of the ring to me. So you're gonna pull. Good job. Really good. Hey, that's perfect. He's trying to pick up the pace. Good job. So have him come straight through here. He loves the bobble. The hump that holds the horn.
Oh. So right here?
Yes. Right now, when you need to turn right, yeah, you slid your hands out.
Right.
You're unnatural. How is he also good at this? You were supposed to be bad at this. So I could be the one that had the one thing I'm good at that you're not. All right, bring him in a figure eight pattern. Come through the center here. Do you see where I've cut this big X? So come in a figure eight. Now turn him to the left when you get to the top of the key. Go ahead and turn him left. Now I want you to ride on the inner ring. And I'm going to move this. And come straight through to me. Try to keep him in the path. And you're going to pull. Kind of get him a sharp turn right here. Because the grass that I did right here.
When I give him too sharp a turn, I feel like I'm a So I'm trying not to give him too sharp a turn.
You can kind of
Does that make sense?
think about the turn. So
It
put your
feels like he's gonna throw me, not throw me off, but it's like you remember when Helen was doing that video with Aunt B, and she was fine when she was going straight. As soon as she turned sharp to the left, she went straight. She
Yeah.
kept going straight.
Yeah, she
That's a little bit what it feels like.
I hear that.
My hands don't feel comfortable. I feel like they're a little either.
Right. Well, because he is a former racehorse and because he has a big motor, you can't really relax on him like you would a normal riding horse because he wants to go, 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 go as soon as you're in the saddle.
Feels a little crooked.
Yeah, your balance, I think it's just, he's on this petite size for a horse, and you're kind of a big guy.
You calling me fat? You calling me fat?
He's my big man.
Okay, so what do I do? Am I doing good?
You're doing really good. You've managed to stay at the proper like tension on the reins, but
Well, I
also
really
give
don't
him
wanna hurt
direction. Right.
I've seen videos where, you know, like you said, kids are just yanking, which I don't blame the kid, but they're like yanking back, and it's like, and the horse is like, bah! You know, I don't want to do that. I don't want to hurt the guy. I'd rather fall off than hurt him. I mean,
Oh.
Right.
I can handle it.
Mama, I
he
can't
could
see your
too,
head.
but I still don't want to hurt him. What?
No, I can see Mama now.
I think we're good though.
I'm
I don't
here.
want to make you too.
All right, but I do want to try one more thing. I want you to take him around in a circle. I want you to feel what the trot feels like. So I'm going to ask him to speed up a little bit. And then when you're ready, just pull back on the reins. However, there's a slight hill right here. He loves to run up it. So I'm going to make you go in this direction, okay? So you're going to start right here. Whenever you feel ready, you can say Briscoe trot, and he will trot. Do you feel
How do I
ready
make
for
him
it?
go?
Oh,
What do I do to
so
make
to
him
ask
go?
him to go forward, I forget about this part. Come closer.
I forgot. How do I make him go?
So to ask your horse to go,
Where's
you're
the-
going to give him a squeeze or a kick. Now what's funny is he usually will just start walking because he's got a big motor. Twinkle, on the other hand, she requires just like a slightly less force than like an axe to make her go because she has no motor. So for him, he's just easy. He wants to walk all the time. But to get him to go from a standstill, you're going to squeeze or give a kick, or you can even just say walk. He is voice trained, so he should obey the voice commands. Why don't you try voice command first?
Briscoe, walk.
Ah.
All right, you can walk and then you can lead into the trot, whatever you feel like doing.
Trot. Trot.
Push your weight into your feet. Great job.
Push your weight into your feet. Is that what you said?
Kind of when he's going, you can alternate feet by pushing your weight into it.
I got you. He just did that on his own. Whoa, Briscoe. Whoa.
Good job.
Stop, stop.
I'm really impressed. It's not easy to trot for the first time.
Hold up, whoop, whoop.
Good boy. All right.
That was fun.
I think he's done amazing for his first lesson. We're going to give Briscoe a break. He's already had a lesson
I
today,
weigh a
so
lot. I'm a little weighted with this. I mean,
you're not too heavy for
I
him.
know, but I still.
It is important to worry about the weight, the human to horse ratio of weight. Hi, Twinkle. But amazing first lesson. I'm actually super impressed. I'm a little, I shouldn't be disappointed that he's good at it, but honestly, he's good at everything, and I'm super competitive. Should have married a weenie instead of a winner.
17 years, baby.
17 years. Happy anniversary to us. I hope you enjoyed this series of horseback riding lessons with Scott as the guest star of the channel. We'll see you guys in the next video.
Bye.